This is not a PlayStation 5 controller, but instead, it's a Bluetooth controller that is compatible with all devices including iPhone, iPad, and Nintendo Switch. Technically not all of it because it's not compatible with Sony, but you get the gist. This is not a sponsored video. I bought this iPega BSP D9 for 1,900 pesos or around 44 US dollars because I recently tried remote play on my gaming PC. I wanted to try playing my PC games on a larger screen, hence the Redmi Pad SE, which is an 8.7 inches tablet and works well as a large display when playing games handheld. As far as compatibility goes, there's really no problem whether it's an Android phone or an iPhone. You do need to check the manual for the pairing process for each type of device, but using this one for nearly a month, I have some thoughts. To spoil you a little bit, the D9 controller looks great in photos and on paper, but in the real world, it falls short a bit. However, for the price of the controller and the ability to house up to an 11-inch tablet, I don't see other gamepads with that kind of feature. The closest alternative I've seen is the GameSir G8 Plus. Although it's a bit more expensive, it can only house up to an 8-inch tablet. As far as main features go, you get multiple platform compatibilities through Bluetooth, all rockers and triggers, tool paddles or custom back buttons, and function buttons with nifty Xbox and PlayStation icons. In addition to the select and start buttons, you also have home and turbo buttons. When it comes to the quality of the build, it's not on par with the other affordable controllers. While it resembles PlayStation's DualSense controller, the feel in hand doesn't. It really feels cheaper and plasticky, but functionality-wise, it's not a deal breaker once you start using the D9. The D9 comes in several colors and styles if you want more flair, but the biggest issue I have is the feel of the bumpers. Both the L1 and R1 buttons are hard to press. They both come with strong resistance. It was hard to get used to them even after a week of use. I was playing Silent Hill Remake and part of the game involved running using the L1 button. Regardless of whether it's holding the button or using it as a trigger to run, it's hard to get comfortable with it. As a workaround, I remapped the paddles to work as my bumpers, and while it takes some getting used to, it's already more comfortable to press, although I wish it was a bit higher for someone who has average sized hands for a 5'6" guy. The triggers though, feel just fine with little to no resistance. The same applies to the rest of the buttons except for the ABXY, which has a bit more resistance to press. However, I did not find it annoying at all. They still felt okay. The same applies to the joysticks. It's not hard to get used to them, but if you're used to smoother glides, especially when playing shooting games, these are not the best in terms of accuracy. They felt hollow, if that makes sense, but casual games, they're just fine. The directional buttons are also good enough. They have good separation, enough to prevent me pressing other buttons. The vibration motor also feels good here. They feel tactile and strong. The battery life of the D9 is good. It wasn't bad, but I hope it lasted longer. If you play maybe 2 hours a day or every other day, you probably won't have any problems. But if you play every day for at least 2 hours, you're going to charge every 2 to 4 days. But really, it depends on your use case. The company claims at least 20 hours of continuous use, and I feel like I'm getting lower than that. In all honesty, I want to continuously use this controller. Yes, I did manage to use the custom buttons as alternatives, but I am old and I don't want to compromise my gaming experience at this point in time. I think for those who are looking to use 10 or 11-inch tablets, if you can't stand the issues I mentioned earlier, you're better off with other brands or models, or you can check the D10, the successor to this controller. I am not a fan of the way it looks, but if it fixes the issues with the D9, I might consider switching. Hopefully we will get a review unit soon though. But that's it for this one. Drop a sub or like if you feel like supporting the channel, and as always, until the next one, stay safe.